Hi everyone, Crystal Sayers here. Hope you are having a fabulous day. Today is Monday Musings and Energy Update for the week. And so today we're going to be talking a little bit about last week, what happened last week, and then how that flows into this week, and our theme for the week, as well as an affirmation. And I'm going to be pulling a few cards as well, just to see how that also confirms and what part of the process is in terms of being able to utilize the energy that we're working in with this week in a way that actually matches us and our ability to move into our highest timeline. Okay, so let's talk about last week. Last week was about shifting into the space of ease and flow, being more at ease, more in flow, letting go of resistance. And many people felt a lot of resistance, even irritation, anger last week as well. So if that was you, you are not alone. That was part of the process of what's happening. Plus, on the 17th to the 20th, we had the Hunter supermoon, and the supermoon as well also brings out aspects of illumination. This is about letting go of illusions as well. And this particular moon, though, is really about stepping into the place of adventure. And I really felt last week, if you heard my message last week, that this week things were going to start speeding up. That last week was not the week to kind of spring into action completely, but to be in that state of ease and flow, still taking action. This week is actually about stepping into the new thing, about sort of approaching things with adventure and a sense of curiosity. So I just wanted to share a little bit about sort of what was going on for me. And as I'm sharing with you, I'm hoping that it's encouraging you. It's going to help you shift as well, because it's through our lives that we learn from one another, and we have the ability also to come into a new level of consciousness. So I find that actually, because of the work that I do, I'm going through stuff 1 or 2 weeks before, and then I'm bringing that to you as we're moving and shifting. So what I wanted to share was last week being in the state of ease and flow, and just mostly allowing that. And I did have some situations where I kept feeling, and even as I was pulling cards, I was hearing like, you're going to experience some challenges this week, some changes, there's going to be some disruption. And I'm like, okay, that's very interesting. I had no idea, I wasn't shown or told what that was about. And it turned out actually that a medical emergency for a friend turned into the friend needing some support, which of course I was very happy to do for them. And that required me to shift and to make some changes. And it was very sudden. So that was last Wednesday, and I had a beautiful time with my friend and was able to support and help her. And we were also helping each other in our own healing process while we were going through sort of the physical elements related to the practicality of everything that was going on in terms of support needed as well. So it was very interesting. And I definitely had some moments where some irritation was coming up as well. Not with the friend in particular, just some other environmental things and some circumstantial stuff where, you know, things begin to kind of come to the surface. And so the moon provides an opportunity for us to really kind of just reflect and think about what is needing to be illuminated, what illusions need to be dispelled, what lie am I believing that is actually keeping me from living a joy-filled life. So this is a great time, even after we've come through sort of this full moon period, that we can still take a look at what may actually be being revealed. So truths being revealed. There's a lot of revealing coming in. And part of what we're learning is to really sit and to be in that state of ease and flow while still maybe experiencing some of the emotions, anxiety, fears coming up, anger, things like this. Allowing those things to be seen, but being able to transmute them and shift through that to really see things from another perspective. So this also is really that time of reflection last week was really to support us in being able to take the step back and become more of the observer of our life, and not just life is happening to me, but really being able to look at it and understand what our next steps are as we move through that. And interestingly enough, in the midst of all of that, I also had been feeling led to begin doing some public healing meetings. And so I wasn't sure where to start, because I had this come up in the summertime and looked into some possible options, but nothing kind of worked out. So I tabled it for a time, and then it just recently resurfaced around Thanksgiving. And I just had the prompting just to make some phone calls to find out what the price of a hall would be, for example, and just to get an idea, just to begin taking action and movement. And this is what I feel actually is like really the energy for the week, is about taking that next step, the next aligned action. And so what I did was I made some calls, and I kept hearing Spirit, go to this particular place, go to this community. And so I went to that community. I looked things up, and amazingly, you guys, a beautiful thing actually happened. And that was that I was able to go and meet with the president of the board of this association in the northeast part of Calgary. And because I'm offering a healing event, a wellness, a well-being event for the community, there is a possibility actually of me being able to receive a discount, or potentially a more significant discount than that for these meetings, because my heart in this is I said, well, I'm going to do it anyway. Either way, I'm feeling called to help people heal, to bring awareness, to bring people into a new level of consciousness, and to really remember who they are and what they have access to. Excuse me. And little hair there. And so the beauty of this was that I just did what I felt I needed to do, made the call, and then I found out that it just so happened that week that there was coffee time happening, and I was able to actually go and present and have a conversation with the president of the board there. And so the ball is rolling, you guys. So beautiful opportunities opening up. And this also, requires, me and us, for example, to move through some fears. And a lot of it is around remaining hidden, you guys. So many people have sort of been staying hidden. So the question here today for you is, where is it that you have been remaining hidden, but you're being called to come out into the light? And I'm finding this as well this week, not only about taking action in terms of, service to the community in terms of the work that I do, which I absolutely love. When it's really aligned, it's not work, right? So you understand when I say the word work, we're not talking the heaviness of work. This is like, it's like play. This is adventure. We don't know what's going to happen next, but it's really exciting. And the same thing is happening as well this week in terms of relationships. So really stepping out, opening up our hearts as well, and beginning to take action, and really not taking it so seriously. This is what my guides said this morning. They're like, Crystal, don't take this so seriously. Play. Think adventure, think fun. So this is the energy we're in, but it's the energy of adventure and taking action related to whatever the next step is, the most aligned step toward your purpose, or to how you're being called to be of service to yourself or to others. So I'm just going to pull some cards, and we're going to take a look at this. So I really felt that these are the words that were coming up today. Take the leap. That's like what the energy of this week is. It's take the leap. Take the leap. Step out in faith. It's time for action. It's time for you to make the first move. So if you've been holding back, or you've not been sort of stepping forward, what happens is that contraction, or the holding back action, and even feeling and experiencing fear, it's okay to feel the fear. It's okay to, there's a part of us that wants to keep us safe. The thing that my guides were saying last week, even about sort of pursuing this whole thing around doing public healing meetings, was they said, you know, if you don't do this, you will not grow. And it wasn't like an ultimatum in the way of like punishment. They were just saying, it's time for expansion. Crystal, you're ready for expansion in this way. And if you don't expand, you will remain where you are, and actually you become stagnant, is what they said. So this week is about really getting unstuck, okay? And it's really, really simple. It's just taking one step and seeing what is going to open up for you. So they were just saying, like, think adventure, feel the fear and do it anyway. The fear is there. It's okay that it's there. Give it permission, feel it, move through the fear, transmute the fear, right? So it's okay to feel some fear and still say, I'm still going to walk in this direction, right? So as you do that, what you're doing is you're proving to yourself, it's okay to feel it. It takes courage to take a step. But what lays or lies on the other side of that leap of faith are new opportunities, are all kinds of aspects around movement and connecting with more of who you are and other people, and so much more adventure. And so if you can approach it, even though you might be experiencing fear, approach it with curiosity. I'm really curious about this. Don't judge it. Don't put down the fear. The fear is there for survival. It's meant to keep you safe. But the beauty is that as you move through it, you will gain the confidence. So what I'm hearing really is that this week is about really connecting with the solar plexus energy. That's the I will step forward. I will do this. Because I'm being drawn, right? So you're being inspired. Allow yourself to be inspired and then take the next step, even if it's super, super simple. So as I pull some cards here today, let's see what Spirit has to say. Yeah, so here's one. This is the Three of Wands. So you can see she's looking out. This is about her fire, her passion, connecting to the spark of life, her purpose. The threes represent aspects of collaboration, community, and she's looking out to see what's really possible, and she's getting ready to take her board into the ocean, right? So she's getting ready to surf. So this is about, though, not staying here in this space, just looking at what's possible. It's looking and then asking, what is my most aligned next step for my highest good, my highest timeline? And so that wisdom is going to come through. And then the next one is the Four of Wands. So again, wands, this is about fire. This is about creating stability. So looking out, creating stability, helping to take action so that you're really building something. You can see these people are celebrating. There's a celebration. There's an excitement. So this is the energy that I feel is coming forward for us, and also that I'm bringing forward an energy to be infused so you can receive the energy of adventure, the energy of excitement, of even of the unknown, that the unknown doesn't always have to be just, wow, this is unknown and it's scary, and it can be, but the unknown can also be super exciting and invigorating. And I feel like that's the energy that's coming forward this week. And then the last card is the Nine of Wands. So again, nines is about global awareness. This is about her standing out. So this is about, again, confirmation, coming out of hiddenness. This is about standing out, standing tall, knowing who you are, stepping into that by taking action. And there's a lot of blue here. So this is about expression of the throat chakra, lots of green, connecting into the heart chakra, and the red with the fire and the passion. So really very much connecting with your life purpose. And then the other card that I wanted to, that I brought forward here that I've just pulled is this one here. And it says sacred reverence. That understanding that everything we do is sacred, not One thing is not more sacred than the other. Washing the dishes is not less sacred than meditation. In fact, you can be meditating while washing the dishes. I was saying in an online teaching that I was doing as a practitioner this weekend that it's like going to the bathroom is not less sacred than going and working at a homeless shelter. We segment and we separate everything. But if we approach everything that we're doing in our life from the place of everything is sacred, even this moment that we're in right now is sacred. It's a holy moment. We're being called into another level of awareness. We're being called to take action. Why? So that we can feel more joyful. We can experience life and all that it has to offer. What is it you want to create next? What do you want to experience next? So it's time to approach the week and the energy associated. Use the energy to allow you to take that inspired, aligned action. And as you do, you will note it. You will see miracles happen. I've just seen this so many times, even just recently, stepping out into the new thing, going, okay, I don't want to stagnate. I want to keep moving forward. And as I did, amazing things opened up. And I have no idea what's on the other side of these meetings, for example, but I feel like it's very exciting. I feel like I'm being called to global stuff. But the Spirit said, when I was leaving this particular place, do not despise the day of small beginnings. That no matter how small or how big something is, or how small your step is, or how big your step is, do not despise it. It is a stepping stone that is leading you and taking you on this beautiful adventure. And it is not so much about the destination, right? So Spirit wants to remind us it's not about the destination so much. That's important as well. But the sacredness and the importance actually is the journey that we're going through on a daily basis. And nothing is unholy, unclean. It's all holy. It's all sacred. Even you in this moment. Just take a deep breath in and out. And just feel deep gratitude and appreciation will lead us into the understanding of the sacred, that this is a sacred moment. This is a holy moment. That even if you're going through anxiety or you're experiencing anger or joy, that no matter what the emotion is not you. The emotion is something actually that you're observing and you are feeling that, but it is not you. You are not your emotions. You are not your circumstances. You are not your past. You are not your future. Allow yourself to be in the now. And gratitude helps us to step into the appreciation of everything being sacred. And it's not separate. We're really not separate. We have this conditioning that we're separate, and there's a lot of polarization. I think I talked about this last time in the world, but the truth is that everything is sacred. Everything is actually connected. We're all connected. And so I just wanted to share that with you. And then, so today's affirmation or the mantra for the week is this, and you can write this down and you can say it. I say these every day, multiple times throughout the week, because it's a great memory. I'm working with the energy. So the affirmation that I'm giving you today, I feel is inspired by Spirit so that we can take action. So here's today's mantra that you can write down and you can use it to help you align, because it's talking about alignment. I align to my purpose by taking the next step, and as I do, beautiful and exciting opportunities open up for me. I align to my purpose by taking the next step, and as I do, beautiful and exciting opportunities open up for me. Just feel what that feels like. That I'm aligning to my purpose. Even if we don't understand what all of it is, we can have many senses of purpose here. So it's okay, even if you don't know, you really want to just connect in. I align with my purpose by taking the next step. So what you can do through this is actually use this mantra as a meditation and ask, what is my next step for today? What's one thing that I can do to move forward, moving out of stagnation? What's one action that I can do? Keep it really simple. Whatever comes to your mind, trust it. It might be go for a walk. It might feel polar opposite to what you think you should be doing. Whatever comes in, don't judge it, receive it, accept it as your next step. When you go and do that next step, maybe it's just to take a drink of water. Maybe your body's saying, I want more water today. Drink more water and then come back and ask, okay, what's my next step, right? So we can get so overwhelmed by the bigness of what it might be in front of us or what we're wanting to accomplish or experience. And what we want to do is we need to chunk it down. We need to break it into those bite-sized chunks. Your higher self and your guides source will tell you exactly what you need to know as your next step. Just trust it. And if you're not sure, pretend you know and let the part of you that knows what your next step is to tell you what that is. You will start moving in imagination. You're connecting with your intuition. So imagine you do know, and then what would that be? And sometimes that's a way to bypass sort of like the mind goes, well, I don't know. And so this is a great way sometimes is just imagine, just pretend you know what your next step is. Okay, if I know what my next step is. I'm just pretending like I'm playing a game. Pretend you're on the Monopoly board or the game of life. What do you want to do? You want to roll the dice? You want to buy some property? You want to do this? What would you do? Just play. Approach the week with the energy of play, and that will lead you into taking the next step. You will know what your next step is, and you might be able to accomplish 2 or 3 things that will open up some amazing things for you, and you didn't even know that was possible, and it's literally right at your fingertips. So the question I'm just hearing Spirit say right now is for you to consider what am I missing? What am I missing? So if you didn't take action on something that you already know you need to do, go back and do that and then come back and ask, and you will find actually. So if you're feeling like you're not getting clarity with your intuition, I just feel like Spirit saying some of you feel like you're not getting the clarity. And the reason for that is because you didn't trust what you got before and you didn't do it. And so because you didn't do it, then it's almost sort of like if you don't do what you're supposed to do, you become responsible for what you know. And as a result of that, then by not taking that step, you sort of stop yourself or you cause stagnation, because we become responsible for the awarenesses or the consciousness that we're at. And so sometimes we need to just go back and revisit and do the thing that we already know to do, that's clear, and then come back and you will find actually you'll be moving forward again. So sometimes that's the reason why your intuition may not be working, because you didn't pay attention to the signal last time. And so then you don't trust yourself to hear because you didn't listen the last time. So just go back and just ask, what am I missing? Is there anything that I'm missing? And it will come to you. All right, so that's what we have for this week. Again, just going back through the mantra, I align to my purpose by taking the next step. And as I do, beautiful and exciting opportunities open up for me. Isn't that exciting? I can't wait to hear. So if you've been listening and watching, please pop a note in the comments. Let me know what you think. Let me know how you're doing with this. And again, if you're feeling like things energetically are also, you're connecting with what's being said, I would love to hear your stories. And how things worked out for you. We'll see you back here next week. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Oh, and tomorrow is Wednesday, October the 23rd. I had to reschedule due to this crisis situation that a friend was in. And so tomorrow night, Wednesday the 23rd, 7 p.m. on YouTube, Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Eastern, I'm going live to do animal communication and readings for your pets. Let's see what your pets have to say. We're going to do some readings. We're going to do some energy healing. So if some of your pets are in pain or uncomfortable, we'll do some healing there too. And I look forward to seeing you. And you just click on the live tab and it will open up for you. See you then. Have a wonderful, wonderful week, everyone. Many blessings and much love. Bye for now.